Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of Joshua. Today we're beginning to look at Joshua chapter 2. Now, in chapter 1 we've seen that the Israelites are prepared to cross the Jordan River to begin to take possession of the promised land. Joshua has received the word of the Lord that I will be with you as I was with Moses. You will possess the land. And so Joshua tells the people, get ready, in 3 days we're going to cross the river. So as the people are preparing, he then sends 2 spies to go ahead across the river and spy out the city of Jericho. Now, if you look at a map, you'll see that the Israelites are encamped on the east bank of the Jordan River. And when they cross the river into the land of Canaan, the first obstacle, the first objective for them will be the city of Jericho. It's a walled city, well fortified, strong. And if you're going to go into the land and begin to take possession, you will begin with Jericho. You can't go around it. You can't bypass it. It is the gateway to the rest of the land. So Jericho must be first. So in chapter 2, we see that even as the Israelites are preparing to cross the river, Joshua sends 2 spies ahead to go to Jericho and to begin to see what is there, how the people are ready. Are they looking for the Israelites to come? What is the attitude? What are the defenses? They're spying out Jericho. Now, of course, this reminds you of something that happened 40 years before when the children of Israel, that is, were preparing the first time to go into to go into the promised land to take possession of it. Moses had sent out 12 spies to go over the land. Joshua, you remember, was one of those spies. Caleb was another. When the 12 spies came back, 10 of them had, you remember, said, we can't take the land. Joshua and Caleb, however, said, we can. With the power of God, we will possess the land. But the 10 had convinced the people to disbelieve. And so they spent now, as a result, 40 years waiting. Now the time has come again. So once again, Joshua, as he had once been a spy in the land, he now sends 2 of his men to spy out the land. Not 12, but 2. And they're not spying out the whole land, just Jericho. So let's begin to read as they go across the river, these 2, and what happens to them. So Joshua, son of Nun, sent secretly 2 spies from Shittim. Now Shittim is the place on the east bank of the Jordan where they are camped. He says to them, go look over the land, especially Jericho. So they went, and they entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab, and they stayed there. So they crossed the river, they look out over the land between them and Jericho, they make their way to the city of Jericho, and they enter the city. And they seek lodging in the home of one Rahab. We are told she is a prostitute. You know, they well, why would they stay there? It's rather unseemly, is it not? Well, for strangers living in the land, for pilgrims who are wandering through the land in this kind of time, that would be normal for people of that time to go there. They were acting like normal travelers. Remember, they're in disguise. They don't want people to know they're Israelites. So they do something unexpected and stay in this home. So they stay in the home of Rahab. However, even though their mission was secret, somehow the word had gotten out. Now, of course, the citizens of Jericho, they know the Israelites are encamped on the other side of the Jordan River. That's not far away. They know that probably these Israelites are coming this way. Remember, they've already conquered all along the territory on the east bank of the Jordan. So there's fear about what will happen when they cross the Jordan River. So Jericho, they're getting ready. And they receive an intelligence report that some spies have gone out to look things over. They're on the alert for these spies. So the king of Jericho was told, look, some of the Israelites have come here tonight to spy out the land. So the king of Jericho sent this message to Rahab, bring out the men who came to you and entered your house, because they have come to spy out the whole land. So word of these strangers staying at Rahab's home has come to the king's attention. He's got his intelligence services all over the city looking out for spies. They hear about these 2 men, these 2 strangers, who come to stay in Rahab's house, and he assumes they are probably Israelites. Of course, he's right about that assumption. So he says to Rahab, send the men to me. However, Rahab is going to do something unexpected. She's going to protect the Israelite spies. We're going to talk about why she does that tomorrow. So we're in a precarious situation here. The spies have been found out. The king of Jericho is sent to arrest them, but Rahab is going to move to protect them. And we'll look at that tomorrow, why she protects them, how she protects them, and what that says about the kind of person she was and the kind of faith she had. That'll be in tomorrow's session in our 5-minute Bible study in the book of Joshua.